Kylie.
No, you got to do it with the hand thing too, like Kylie DeBozy.
Kylie the bossy. And now we find
Kylie the bossy.
And now we find out it's not Italian but rather French or something.
It's Greek.
I'll show you like the authentic Italian. Kylie the bossy.
Kylie DeBozy.
Well, and after successfully offending at least 2 nations and one of our viewers, hello and welcome everybody to the AWKWARDCast. ANY and Keyframe back in her actual window in the top right. You got home.
All right.
Not home. But
I got back to this home.
You got your window back. That's what I'm saying. Like the filthy guest is back in the guest window. And talking about filthy, welcome back, Wuten.
Hello. How's it going, guys?
Going well. I mean, you have been on the show, but for everybody who might be tuning in for the first time or missed your previous episode, who are you, what do you do, and why should people care?
Hello, I'm Wuten. I'm a fan voice actor. I typically do things in the MLP community, usually involving like audio plays of fanfics, comic dubs, all this. This is just voice acting stuff, but the main thing that sets me apart from the rest of the crowd is that I collab with people to bring a more adult-oriented nature to this sort of thing. So one of my people that I've collabed with is Keyframe on a couple occasions. And I believe ANY sent me a voice reel a little while ago as well.
Absolutely possible. You also asked me once for this one fic with Anon, where you then found somebody else in the meantime.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be that there's still compromising audio of myself out there. I wouldn't be surprised knowing myself.
There is. Don't worry.
Dum. So everybody, stay tuned with Wuten. Follow him on, I assume, Twitter and YouTube would be your main sources of output.
Yep, that's typically where I post things. Twitter just to have more live updates, but most of my content's over on YouTube. So. Yeah.
But yeah, since we have you on, what's going on in your life recently?
Well, if you see behind me and you've seen from the last episode, I moved.
Yeah, what to say? The last time you were on the feet of your bed, and now still the bed in the background, obviously. No Wuten without a bed in the background. Well, bless you.
I tried to mute and I couldn't make it. Sorry. Anyway, yeah, you moved.
Yeah, I moved. Just a few miles, but I moved nonetheless, and I'm now under my own roof. I've moved out from the parents' house, and I am now completely independent in terms of like.
You left the nest.
Yes, I've left the nest.
Completely alone, or?
I do have roommates.
Okay.
My brother needed someone to be a roommate with him here. So
fair enough.
Hey, as good a chance as any to get out of the house.
I guess so. Any other fun, sad, or simply entertaining stories out of your recent life you want to share with us and the crowd out there?
Well, I did just come back from High Roller, and this actually plays into a bit of the moving thing. So, the Wednesday before High Roller PonyCon, we had like the first walkthrough of the house. Like we got the keys and everything. You do the walkthrough. You bring the inspector to like check things, make sure everything's working. So we pull up at the house. So we hadn't been here in about a month. It's only been about a month. So the lawn had been taken care of. There was trash out on the side of the driveway. We pull up. We open the garage door. It's pretty empty. Everything. Whoever lived there previously had moved out and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you walk inside and it smells like cat piss.
Was there a cat?
I don't know. Okay, so the landlord said that they have like a policy for cats and stuff. So whoever they whoever they had there previously either paid that deposit to have a cat, or they illegally had a cat. They snuck one in. And we go through, and as we're going through here, I constantly feel like an itching on my legs. And so me and my brother, we both pull up our pant legs. We're wearing jeans, both of us. And there's fleas.
Oh.
There's fleas in the house. So,
You have to get it fumigated?
needless to say, me and my brother both had a few choice words for our housing association.
Like,
And
fuck,
so-
and you.
Yeah, like fuck, seriously. So we ended up getting, I think the word is a prorate on the rent, so we didn't have to pay for the days that they were fumigating and cleaning and doing the lawn and all that. So that all happened while I was in Las Vegas, and I finally come back, and the week that I come back is the week where I'm like moving all my stuff to the house. So that was an interesting time, to say the least. But yeah, so we're all moved in. It's all clean, except for like dust from moving boxes and stuff. But yeah,
Fair enough.
yeah,
But yeah, that was a lovely first impression of the new house.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But
I came back that week when we were doing like the first move in of like my furniture and stuff. I go out to the backyard. They had like cut down everything. I look at the back. Holy shit, we have a shed.
Stay out of that shed.
Wait,
Yeah.
was it that unkempt that you didn't see the shed?
I either didn't notice the shed or it was that bad. I didn't.
Because how tall does that grass have to be? That's not a grass. That's not an overgrown grass. You had Jumanji in your backyard.
Yeah,
like, what the hell?
So it was not only the shed he didn't see the first time; it was also the Velociraptor. So it kind of good
Yeah.
that he only
Yeah.
encountered the fleas at this point.
Yeah. But so needless to say, that was an interesting time. But yeah.
Now you have arrived, and the world is good again.
Yeah. I still need to like decorate, because I've got like completely blank walls all around, and so I've got like this echo whenever I'm recording. So I need to get like
Those foam
got-
thingies.
yeah, I got like a pack of 48 of those foam things. So I'm thinking I get that put together here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Oh, Wooten, I got something better. A better idea for you.
Oh boy.
Now here's my pitch. Buy like 30 body pillows and just get a bunch of docky covers, and then take a staple gun and staple them to your walls. It will still give you some nice insulation and a lot of great things to look at.
And in all honesty, I mean, this is how a wall of those thingies looks like. This is pretty pathetic, but a wall of Dakamaro, this would be whatever.
You could have like Milky Way and stuff staring at you and narrate. I mean, I wouldn't want Milky Way, because I'm just imagining if I'm sitting down and recording what I'm eye level with her, which is crotch boobs, and no thanks. But
I'll have to give this some thought.
I mean, it's a bit of a cost
It's
thingy,
a
but I'm
pretty
pretty.
investment.
I just wanted to say, but I can see that when you put up like Wuten needs Dakamaru as a GoFundMe, you will get it through.
And
make it a Kickstarter and then have a Kickstarter video being like, "Hi, I'm."
Let me show
hi,
you.
I'm Wooten. Look at my blank wall. I want to fill it with something. What should I fill it with? I thought Dakimakuras. What do you guys think? If you would
You
agree
have-
with me,
and-
donate, please.
And
And
the
if you
backers
pledge,
and
if
the
you pledge like $100 or $200, they can print a picture of them as the docky cover.
Ooh, but but for 50 they get to choose one. For 50 they can pick a pre-existing
50.
one, but for 100 they can get themselves on your wall.
There you go. I mean, I don't know. Would I really want a brony on my wall though?
What if
Think about it.
They're so nice. They're so nice.
Yeah, but what if it was like narrator or something that was like, you know what, Wuten, my man, I want to be on your wall.
You know, I wouldn't mind a narrator on my wall.
See.
I think
this goes in the bin of great ideas that I have that are never going to be done.
Great ideas that are expensive.
Therefore, Kickstarter.
Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, anything else, or should I take over?
I nothing's really gone on. I'm mostly just unpacking boxes for the past few weeks. So
because I once again, for a change, had a lively week.
Go ahead.
Oh. So it starts on Monday when I get an email from my bank institute, which is like, we are very sorry, but due to technical let me see if I can find the mail and live translate the wording, because this was like eyebrow raiser, where I was like, wow, this feels not good. Fuck you, bank institute.
What, did they take out your money?
No. Let me wait. Oh no, this is work email. Yes. Where did they even send it? Oh wait, they send it to my work email. I really need to change the email address there. Damn it. Okay. Anyway, so the wording was something like, due to reasons we cannot explain right now, details we cannot go into we needed to block your credit card, and a new one is already on the way to you. Don't worry. Okay. So
excuse me.
Kind of, yeah. So once I got home, I checked this, and maybe I should explain that my credit card account is, ironically enough, it's a weird thing. I mean, I know credit cards as something you have, like the piece of plastic, you can go everywhere and pay, and then at the end of the month, the quarter, whatever, your credit card provider goes to your debit account and draws all the money he wants or he deserves or whatever. Mm-hmm. This is how I always thought it is. My credit card works like with a dual account, a debit account, and a connected credit card account, and I can put money on the credit card, and therefore I have not only the negative in which I can go, the actual credit, but I can also go positive. Like I can put money on it.
Yeah, it's like all connected to your bank at the end of the day.
But it's its own account. I maybe I'm just an idiot and don't know how credit cards work. Anyways, this account, the credit card, not the debit and not my main account on a different institute, has actual interest on it. Therefore, I push monthly quite a bit of money over there. So I come home and I'm like, okay, checking. Still want to see what's going on there, so I log into my bank account and I see my debit account, which is empty, which is normal because it pushes on a frequent basis all balance on it onto the credit card because that's where the interest lies. And then there's my credit card with a zero balance. I open and I had nearly 2,000 euros on it. So I opened it and I see that basically every time money came in, it was instantly divided away again. And I'm like, okay, there was something technical wrong with my credit card. There's some abuse fear, and now I see this emptying happening. What the hell? So I tried to call them, nobody there. I sent them a mail, no reply that evening. Next day at work, I'm like, a reply would be nice, a reply would be really nice.
Internal screaming going on. Like,
I mean, the good thing, the one good thing I can say is that I still have not adapted my monthly forwarding of money from my main account to my credit card. I have not adapted it to my raise I got a few months ago. So by now I have quite a nice buffer on my secondary, main, whatever, my primary account. So it's not like I have to sweat like, oh my god, I'm completely without money. But still, it's like...
That's 2,000 euros.
Suspicious, yeah.
Not to mention, my PayPal works with my credit card, so therefore my PayPal doesn't work anymore. What else do I pay with my credit card on a regular basis? My Amazon account is probably not usable until I get the replacement credit card.
Do you pay your Netflix with your credit card?
No, with my PayPal, but then again, probably over my credit card.
It all funnels down to fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but the second day I came home, I opened it again to see if anything has changed. And actually, something had changed. There's still my empty debit account. There is still my empty old credit card account. And a new third account popped up for my new credit card. And it has all the money on it.
Okay.
Which I cannot access because I don't have my credit card yet. And the full number only is written on the credit card, as well as those tiny codes on the backside. So I still cannot use a credit card for anything.
At least you know where the money is.
I know where the money is. But for example, that's why I was not able to book my flight for CoxCon yet. Because I don't have a credit card I can use at the moment.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, I have my ticket for CoxCon, and the flight from Germany over to Britain cannot get that expensive, but still, it's like I would really like to have it at some point.
Would like to book it just ahead of time.
Thank you, credit card company.
Then of course, Steam Summer Sale started this weekend, and I don't have a credit card.
Don't worry, it's going to be going on until July 5th, and there's no like flash sales or anything.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
you're good in that regard.
I had a few nice talks. You think I could wait that long? So I had a call with a PayPal guy, but we didn't get anywhere. So at the end, I used this because it has something amazing in Germany. So you know how PayPal works, right? You give them an authorization to take money out of your debit account and pay stuff instantly. And they kind of guarantee like, hey, we vouch for this dude. He has a nice account. You can give him the goods instantly and we take the money from him. Even so, PayPal has the official authority to withdraw money from my account. It may not do so to fill the PayPal balance.
Okay, but it's Okay, so
I cannot.
It can withdraw. Can it withdraw from that that unreachable?
No. It's connected to another account. But no, the thing is, for some reason, my normal bank account does not work with PayPal. I have it in there, but on some things like Steam, it sometimes blocks and does not accept this bank. Which is a reason why I initially gave them my credit card to begin with. But so there is this bank account PayPal has access to, but can sometimes, due to bugs in the system, not use to pay stuff like Steam. But they have, but usually you can be like, hey, I have my PayPal balance and I can fill up my PayPal balance through this connection. In Germany, due to some weird law, this is not possible. So you need to use a third party that basically does the same thing PayPal does, aka transferring money as some kind of third party, to get the money from my bank into PayPal to then pay Steam.
Did you do this?
Yes, I'm now the proud owner of like 5 new games on Steam.
Well,
is that why you've been playing Prison Architect for the past 2 days?
You just spoiled my medium, thank you.
Oh, I didn't think it was your medium.
It is my medium. There's nothing in cinema this week. Incredibles still only comes out in September.
Oh.
Hey, you'll get the
poor
see
German.
in July.
I know. Besides that, believe it or not, there are still miracles happening. I started to do my workout this week again, and I actually was 4 days, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was a cautious decision to not go because we have company breakfast and I need to be in the company earlier, and Thursday and Friday. And oh boy, I had so much pain this week. I had those moments like standing up.
It is the good pain, though.
No.
It's this.
More empathetic. After half a year of not doing a workout and then redoing it and being aware that I should not take it too strong. I had half a year of a break. But you still try to test how close you can get to your old baseline. I did it. I did not completely overdid it, but it was not the good pain. Not the good pain. It was really the pain. And the frustrating part of it was even getting worse towards the end of the week. So I was able to do number X of chin-ups at the beginning on Monday. And then on Friday I did chin-ups again, and I did even worse because I had 1 week of exhaustion behind me. But I'm back in it, yeah, baby.
All right, awesome.
And
High five.
Yeah,
high five and clap for you.
But it might just be wishful thinking, but I even have the feeling that the toning already is returning.
All right, awesome.
I mean, like, as long as you get the initial stuff over, because if I can transition into my week, or do you have anything else?
I believe I have one last thing.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the last thing that... Oh, maybe two things I just want to mention, maybe as a teaser for future episodes. I also started watching Westworld this week. So once I'm at least through season 1, this might be a future topic for my medium. And I also just yesterday started watching the second season of Critical Role, and I'm already loving it. Oh, but I'm only on the second episode, so this is too early to do it as my medium, but this will be my medium soon enough when I have a few more episodes under my belt, and oh god, I'm already in love with a Not. Not is amazing. The little goblin girl, and most of the characters actually. I like the big orc. Would be boring if he wouldn't talk exactly like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove. He has
if
a
he wasn't Patrick Warburton.
Is he Kronk?
Patrick Warburton plays Kronk, yes.
Yeah. And is he also Floyd in?
No, I'm saying that.
No.
Kronk, people call it the Patrick Warburton voice because he uses the same voice for every character.
Okay, fair enough. Good point. But yeah, he does it for this orc, but intelligent. So you have an intelligent Kronk, which is like, whoa, kind of
That's
disturbing.
Scary.
Yes, but yeah, I don't want to go into details because this will sooner or later be my medium. But I love all those characters. The purple flamboyant one so far is pretty not as fun as all the other characters. The other all eccentric, all insane. I love it. Then one thing that happened very last minute this week actually is that Gray Silvermane sent me a link to this picture.
I can't. Can you zoom in or?
I can
confirm.
I can share it for you.
Yes.
Wait, I can't.
I put it in Skype.
Oh, okay, hold on.
And I guess I put it also in the chat for the people at home.
It's motherfucking JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Is that me?
As Giorno Giovanna.
Who's the person next to me?
That's your stand, Gold Experience.
Wait, who commissioned this? Who?
No, I didn't. I had nothing to do with this, but I love it.
Is this just what Gray's doing on a whim, or did someone talk to it? I need context.
I love it.
I mean, I won't lie. He looks damn good in that outfit.
Is this a JoJo reference?
Yes.
But I find it hilarious because I've only seen like a few episodes of JoJo, so I barely know anything. All I know is the people who play JoJo, the people who play the dub voices. And, I mean, thanks, Gray.
But yeah, he says
I'm very confused.
He says he did it on a whim.
Gray, there's so many other things you could do.
Gray.
And yet you do this, and I love
Good
you.
job. Good job.
Yeah. Actually, the
Good
thing
job.
I just need to grab a couple pictures because I took a few pictures of my con experience that I can share when we're doing this stuff. So yeah, to go to my week.
I hope they are chronological because I'm just clicking on them in order.
Yeah, they're kind of chronological in when I took them, so yeah. But no, you don't need to have them up now. because I need to talk. Because my week didn't start with the con.
Oh, it did not.
The reason why I wanted to transition with your workout pain was I had the same thing. Because here's the thing, I stopped going to the gym regularly around.
Oops.
I would say March-ish, mostly because I was just busy with stuff. BabsCon was coming up, and I just kind of got out of the loop. When you get out of the loop, you don't feel the need to. And I did some at-home workouts and stuff. Like, I would still keep moving, but it wasn't that intense exercise that you can really only get when you have the equipment. You get what I mean? But I was like, look, I'm at that point where now I want to tone, and that will have to take work. And also I have Squirrel Girl in August, and I want to look good for it. I look good now, but I want to look good for like the 4 straight people that are at a furry convention. You laugh because it's true. But like
well, the ladies in the artist gallery are also straight, most of them, but also already in relationships.
Yeah.
And
anyway.
Russian. I mean, nothing against Russian ladies, but I prefer people who speak not broken English or German, maybe even.
You done?
Yes. Sorry, you're weak.
Oof.
Anyway, I went. So I went back to the gym. I was just in so much pain by Wednesday because I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I had my flight on Thursday. And then Wednesday, I just walked back to the apartment, and I was like, don't touch me. I'm in pain. And all I could feel was the muscles in my thighs twitching. Like, I could feel every tendon having an independent thought, and none of them were good. And then Thursday, we got on our flight from LA to Philly. We landed like 11 o'clock, and we got to the hotel around 1 in the morning. That was fun. But funny enough, it was me, Golden, and Chris, aficionados Chris, at the airport. And Charles Martinet, the voice of Mario from Mario Brothers, was waiting with us.
Oh.
And it was just this weird moment where you went,
yeah, the connection is kind of a little bit icky. But continue. We crying alarm if it gets too worse.
Is it?
You're kind of roboting out. Am I roboting out to you guys as well?
Hello?
Hello?
No.
Still good?
You're
Yes.
still good? Okay.
You guys are fine.
Huh.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Anyway, no.
Hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, hotel Wi-Fi. What do you expect? We were, but we were standing there, and then this guy was like, 1 minute to them means 30 minutes. Am I right? And I was like, yeah. And then Chris looks up and he's like, wait, isn't that Charles Martinet? And I was like, oh, wait, that's Mario. And so that was a cool moment. And then the con begins. And so Friday, which was also Golden Fox's birthday, we just hung around the con, we looked around the con floor, and we had a panel where we talked about stuff, and I took a couple pictures. Now, when it's a retro con, you have retro stuff, like people dressing up as Rocco from Rocco's.
Oh!
I love this guy.
I didn't even...
We spent like 10 minutes just...
Oh. She's also silent to you, right? Wuten. Did she go silent for you as well? Okay, so it's not me, it's the hotel Wi-Fi.
Talking.
Oh, okay.
Hello.
Talking. Because you were like, oh, I didn't, and I stopped talking.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
But yeah, I didn't even notice. But yeah, not because he's still very human. But yeah, it's Rocco.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then also I got to talk to, I don't have a picture of him, but I got to talk to Did You Know Gaming and Cat Icarus and stuff, we got to have a cool conversation with them, and it was really cool talking to the Gaming because I've been following them since before they made YouTube videos. I used to go on the Gaming website where all they had were pictures and the facts.
Huh.
I'm old school, man.
Nice.
Yeah, and then we had our panel, which was right before Linkar's panel. So, but then we had this swamp of people wanting to buy CDs and posters and stuff, which it was so cool seeing people buy CDs that had my artwork on them. It was so awesome. And yeah, I met Linkara, super cool dude. You may see that I bought one piece of merch this entire con, and it was one of his t-shirts that says "Poor literacy is cool," which which is very proud of. But he's a super chill guy. He stays at the same hotel we are, and during the parties and stuff, we were just chatting about like comic books and advertisements in them, and Channel Awesome. That was fun conversation.
Oh, I can imagine.
He's very open to just be like, fuck Mike McCod, man. Like he's very, very open, and it's refreshing. But that, and I also got to meet Bennett the Sage, which. Holy crap, he lost a lot of weight.
Yes, he did. He did. I saw the before and after picture. Here you see Bennett the Sage before on the left and Bennett the Sage after on the right.
What, the Plankton and Karen picture?
I don't know. It was the one thing I had at hand.
Oh, yeah. See, this was a really cool cosplay. They're dressed up as the versions of them that are in the Broadway musical.
Oh.
And I was in the I was in the food court, and I was looking over, and I was like, wait, are you Plankton and Karen? And they were in character, and they were like, yes! And their little computer thing actually had a moving visualizer that was playing the soundtrack for the musical and doing that. And we were just...
Wow.
Apparently they've seen the musical on Broadway like 5 times.
Nice.
And I'm like... And they were telling me hilarious things, like the guy who's the understudy for SpongeBob sounds like a singer in Blink-182. So he's like, anytime he says you, he's like, yeah. And I'm like, I want to see this person. But that was a lot of fun. But my most heartwarming moment of the entire con was walking by and someone wearing the Brothers in Arms Cuphead shirt that I designed. I've never actually seen it in person worn by someone. I've only seen like the digital design that you see on Fanfiber. And then I looked over, I was like, hey, and he was like, what? I designed that shirt. And he's like, wait, you're Keyframe? And I was like, yeah, can I take a picture of you? And he's like, sure, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, yeah! Oh, and another cool thing, if you follow my Twitter, we went to go see, they had concert performances all throughout the con, and they had Crush 40. If you don't know who Crush 40 is, they're the person who makes all the music for the Sonic the Hedgehog games. So like, Live and Learn, and you know, rolling around, and they were performing. This guy's a showman. He just has this stage presence that is fucking metal, and I love it. And he didn't have a band, so he just pulled random people on stage and had them play air instruments to the music. And I was near the front of the viewing, and I like rock music, so I'm like head banging and doing the air guitar to it. And it was the last song, and he looked over and he was like, "Look at her!" What? Yeah, this was only.
Oh, this is loud. Oh, okay, but yeah.
Yeah, but that was fun. And then, you know, Saturday we had Will's performance. He performed a bunch of songs, and that was a lot of fun. And then today we had the signing, which was a lot slower, but it was a lot of cool stuff. And I really like this con because it's chill, and you don't feel like everyone is going crazy over you all the time. Mm-hmm. It also just feels nice. I'm not recognized as the horse person, to be honest. Yeah. But the story, I told this story in the pre-show, and now I have to tell it in the main show.
Oh boy!
There's a burger place around here called Cheeseburger that has a famous burger that is 1 pound of meat, and I ordered it and I ate it, but and that doesn't sound interesting. Here's the thing. I ate this 1 pound of meat that was covered in jalapenos in 5 minutes. I scared my team. I scared Brett. I scared all the waiters. But, I earned my picture on the wall. And with that picture on the wall, you get to write your... So, is that I made it a meme, and I put steamed hams.
Oh, my God. The memes,
and I drew Superintendent Chalmers in the window. When I put it up, the best part was I was pinning it to the wall, and there were these other people who were congoers who looked at it, and they were like, steamed hams? Steamed hams.
Steamed hams.
It was great, and I've had a great time at this con. Golden got to meet James Rolfe, which was super exciting for him. He got to sign the Legend of Zelda cartridge. It's been a really cool experience, and I can't wait to go next year. This is always a con that EA Games goes to. And so that's been my week. But for my media to transition, I played a game. What is this?
This is Wuten eating his big burger.
Oh, that's the hubcap.
Hey, yeah, that's the hubcap burger. Yeah.
You look weird with my glasses.
That was, I think it was junior year of high school. So that's was
high school.
Let's see, 4, 5, 6. That's like 7 or 8 years ago, something like that.
Yeah. Little Wuten when he was still young and pure.
But I wasn't pure at all, man.
He was a teenage boy. How pure were you when you were a teenager?
Yeah, and why? How pure were you?
Keyframe, you were talking about your medium.
Yes, I actually put the game trailer in our Skype chat here. There was a lot of indie games, and the indie game that I found to be the most interesting was a game called B.O.O.M, You Win. And if you like games like Invisigun Heroes, you'll love this game. So I really like this game. It's essentially hot potato, but with a bomb. So you can have up to 4 players, as you can see here. The guy in the middle is the referee, and he's holding a nuke.
Oh.
And what happens is he throws the bomb, and the longer you hold the bomb, the more points you get. But when you hear that bomb is about to detonate and blow up, you throw it to try to kill your other team members, so they lose points. And then,
Wow.
And the one with and you can kill yourself by accident if you don't throw it far enough.
I mean, it's a nuke. Yep. It makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, and they have different stages. The characters have different special abilities and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. I played this game a lot when I was on the game floor, and last one standing with the most points wins by the time the timer runs out. And what I found so shocking about it is that this game has the setup for a game that would be really popular. This has that kind of bite-sized thing that you would like. But the promo for this only has like 160 views and stuff and things like that. So I was like, hey, this is a good media to actually legitimately promote something.
Yeah.
So the game is not fully developed yet on Steam. You can support their Patreon and stuff to help the development of the full game. But they have a free demo for the game in the description of the YouTube video.
Oh.
On itch.io. Something like that. So if you have people that you want to play with, I don't know if they have the online co-op yet or if it's only local co-op right now. I'm not sure, but check out the thing. I'm pretty sure they have computer players if you're by yourself too. So
you can learn to get good with the computer players.
Boom, you win. Link to the YouTube video down in the description below, and link to the demo apparently down in the description of the YouTube video that is in this description below.
Why don't you just put the demo in the description of this video?
Or I could do that too.
Good,
or you could give them,
job,
send them more views, you know?
Yeah, wow.
Instead.
Also, the views are like only 5 up, 3 down. What the hell, guys?
Wow.
Now it has one more thumb up.
It looks like a legitimately fun game, and I was like, I looked at this and I was like, this is the type of game my friends like. So yeah, Max.
Yes.
Let's continue the trend of video games.
Why would you say that it's a video game I would want to talk about just because I mentioned it before? But yeah, as I said before, Steam Summer Sale hit, and
Yes.
as it happened to do, it comes with a lot of fun stuff. I checked, so I have 50 plus items on my wish list on Steam, and I checked 2 of them have not been discounted. Everything else
Did you buy the ones that weren't discounted?
No, I did not buy the ones that are not discounted. But
Gotta have some self-control there, man.
I know, right? No, it was a thing like a building. I was like Project High Rise or Prison Architect. So only one building game, and well, the winner is Prison Architect. It was a fun thing. Yuri, I talked to Yuri about it. Here's a good thing that my credit card didn't work, because due to the not working credit card, I did not buy it the evening the sale started. And the next day when I talked to Yuri, he was like, dude, Project High Rise not that great. I also played Sim Tower in the past, but High Rise better. So High Rise feels empty. Go with Prison Architect. It's more fun. So yeah, I spent a lot of time on Friday evening playing Prison Architect, and I believe I continued yesterday. It has a few issues where the building is not as intuitive as you would wish for a building. Wow, I never saw the trailer, never saw the Enterprise in it. But yeah, it's not as intuitive. Sometimes there are a few things where you're like, the building could be, the building mechanic could be better here. But overall, it is truly an interesting game. And to give a little bit of what you actually do, you are the. Can we make this bigger? Thank you. You are basically the leader of a prison. I don't know. I assume that later there will be a freeform mode where you actually have to build a financially effective prison. Which it has a weird mixed undertone because it's about American prisons, and anybody who is not familiar with it, American prisons are a business, like literally. So this game is a business simulation, and this has certain downsides to it, like that. Yeah, there is a reason why I believe it was 25% of all people on the planet Earth who are imprisoned in the United States. Which tells you a little bit about that there's something off with the American prison system, and they also do this in this game. However, you have in this game ability. You can. So far, I played only the campaign, and the campaign kind of pushes you into the direction of a good warden. So actually, not the warden. The warden is actually a little figure on the map, and you are not him. The prison architect. You are the prison architect,
the owner,
yes.
The owner,
yes.
Yeah.
And the fun thing is, in the campaign, you get orders. You get the orders from your boss, and the boss is officially called the CEO. Which, once again, tells you something. You usually think, like, who is in charge of a prison? Yeah, the warden, of course, or the governor. Nope, a CEO is running it because it's a private prison. It's still, but it's not completely condemning it. You are still the guy who is building the prison, so it has a little bit of a middle tone between being condemning. It's not condemning, but at the same time, it's also giving a little bit of a critical view on it. So the first level is it's not really a spoiler. I mean, other Let's Players have already played the first level. The first level is that you have basically a fully functioning prison, but you get a new inmate who is arrested for confessed double murder. He caught his wife with another guy and shot them both. And your task is to build his death penalty chamber. So yeah, this is and you have as a second character besides your CEO who gives you instruction like build it there, this size, blah blah blah. You also have little cutscenes, pseudo cutscenes. It's very basic graphic. It's a very very indie game. I mean, you saw how the characters in the game looked earlier, and burning. Oh yeah, that's actually spoilers of the first level. So yeah, and you have this priest who is basically like, it's so weird. If he would have committed those murders 100 miles north, he would have just gotten a lifelong sentence instead of death. Like, okay, they're pointing pretty obviously. Well, yeah. They point out how fucked up the system is. But you have later missions in which your goal is to build a lot of facilities in your prison that help the prisoners to rehabilitate. You build them schools, you build them workshops, you do you can do drug overcome drug addiction. But at the same time...
Rehab. It's called rehab.
Yeah, then they call it something else. It's not just rehab. They actually do the medical stuff, like getting you getting you unhooked, not just, but maybe rehab. But once again, in the game they call it something else. It's short sessions in the clinic, in the infirmary. But yeah, you. But on the other hand, there are also you also get introduced that it's possible to drive a heart bargain, that you instead invest in an armory and have armed guards to intimidate the prisoners into compliance. Then you can choose between mild prisoners and dangerous criminals. And the dangerous criminals give you more money if you have them, but then again they are more likely to murder other inmates.
Prison Break.
Probably also, yeah. So it's a building game. It's here you see a dude who apparently is digging a tunnel. Oh, lovely. I haven't had this yet. But yeah, it's also those are all solitary cells. Somebody is going for the hard bargain in this level, I would say. I'm still playing the campaign. Oh, sorry for the sound. I'm still playing the campaign. I assume that there will be a free build mode. As I said before, because in the campaign you have so much money, you cannot run out of money, basically. But yeah, it's an interesting game if you are into this kind of game. For me, so far, once again, it occupied me all Friday evening and yesterday. The nice thing about this game is when you have multiple streams, you can then watch something else in the meantime, like, for example, Critical Role, which is like 3 hours an episode. Mm-hmm. So I checked out the first season of Critical Role. This is like 470 hours. 470.
It's a lot of content. Man.
Yes. So you need to find something else, like cooking, cleaning. You need to have a hobby that you can do while listening to Critical Role, because otherwise it's too much, man. Too much. But yeah, it's currently on sale. Somebody said something about the Steam Link earlier. Yes, I also got the Steam Link for $250 instead of $55, which is a bargain. You need to get it basically if you have any use for it. I would say maybe check it out. Maybe look for Let's Plays. I know there are Let's Plays, and if the basic game mechanic is something like building an efficient prison, is something with a bit of micromanaging, but not too much. You can do very micromanaging. You can also be on a more macro level. If this kind of thing sounds intriguing to you, and you maybe also are either not upheld or maybe even drawn into the nature of the how they approach the topic, like with good guy, is it good, is it bad, what's fucked up about the system, and so on, I would say check it out. Yeah, so much for Prison Architect. Who wants to go next?
It's a pretty good game.
You've played it yourself, I take it, or?
I've watched Let's Plays of it.
Okay.
Just because I haven't had the time to dig into a new game, because I've got stuff I've got to do. But yeah, it's pretty good. But one game that I haven't played recently, but I've got it on my Steam library, and I played it like a few months ago. RimWorld. It's very similar to Prison Architect.
This is one of the two games on my wish list which is not on sale, and I would have bought it if it would have been. And Prison Architect would have had no chance.
You know what, man? I'll hook you up once we're done here. Don't worry.
Oh boy.
Yeah, don't worry. But
you're ruining my life, Wuten.
It's very, very similar to RimWorld. RimWorld, I imagine the Prison Architect also has a modding community and stuff.
I've heard that it has a very, very active one. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm. RimWorld has a similar thing, but
you build up instead of
never quite you've never quite lived until you've built a base inside of a mountain that takes prisoners, takes like you have like these raiders that come in to try and like steal your stuff. Haven't lived until you put together like a kill box where they run through these hallways of dead corpses, and they have to climb over like sandbags to get over things. And they either die of starvation, they go completely insane, and they attack their other companions, or they get to the end of the kill box and they run into a whole line of turrets.
Nice. I only watched a little bit of Let's Play from RimWorld, once again with Yuri, who often enough hooks me up with games, so blame him. And yeah, he did the nice thing of having me as a figure in it, Keyframe as a figure in it, Golden Fox is Keyframe's pet fox.
Perfect.
That's adorable.
Just to say, aficionados Chris brought up something. Do you know who Chris Chan is?
Doesn't
Yes.
ring a bell. Okay.
Very familiar. Very familiar.
Wooten, you could probably give us a clip note description about who Chris Chan is.
Everything that you don't want to be when you're a fan of something.
He essentially made like Sonic fanfic and
Sonic
fan
Chew?
art
You know
that's really
Sonic Chew?
Sonic Chew. Like the Sonic that looks like Pikachu. And he made like the worst things. He's one of the reasons Encyclopedia Dramatica exists. He's a meme in the worst way possible. He went to too many games.
Ah, okay, I see where.
And he was being very touchy with
Very touchy-feely.
Yes, with female guests.
I think he also was like selling merch without a license or something, or without permission.
Oh wait, I believe I have seen this face before. This face is so infamous that it even popped up on my radar.
And he was asked to leave, so he had a mental breakdown and collapsed in the middle of the con floor in the fetal position.
This guy?
Yeah, and then the police had to drag him out of the con.
Oh yeah.
Oh, lovely. Lovely.
I saw the Twitter post about that. I think. Yeah.
It was interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, people, you may be like, oh, it's Christina or something now. I don't know. Apparently, they changed genders. In my personal opinion, if you are groping and kissing people without their consent, I don't care what gender you identify as or what you have between your legs. You are a creepy person, and I don't care. I don't think you deserve the mindfulness of getting pronoun. Your pronoun is creep.
But I see that he is also they are also a brony. They are not the person who dropped in front of Silver Quill at BC last year also because Silver was like, sorry dude, I have to go to a panel. Because there was also a fan who dropped down in front of Silver Quill crying on the convention floor because Silver had not time for them while Silver was on the way to a panel he is supposed to be.
I really hope not. Anyway,
Wooten, your medium.
You got a very special media for us.
Oh
today.
yes, my medium.
So we have to talk a lot because last week's video actually got visual claim.
For what?
And I don't even know, but I don't know. Actually, for the musicals, they claimed it visually,
Dumb.
and the post show for the massage guy. So I have the feeling whatever happens now. His hands are big. Oh, everything is big.
Yeah, he gets thicker with
Okay.
Gaston apparently.
Every time that Gaston is said. Yeah. Here we go.
Okay.
Why?
Okay.
Lose my shit every time that happens.
Okay.
Is there a particular reason you picked this to be your media?
I found it a few days ago. That's pretty much the only.
Okay. The only kind of medium you got in contact with.
No context medium.
Also, the audio is not really the best, but this might be in
It's
everybody's
getting
favor.
worse and worse.
Also, yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Oh. His hands. He's
Okay.
gonna just turn into an orb. Oh no.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and okay.
Okay. It's a medium, I guess. So, Wuten, what can you tell us about the history of this beautiful piece of medium?
I don't know.
Why?
I think we
This is
lost the
horrible.
audio, but oh my god.
Who took the time? He's a balloon.
Oh boy.
Wait.
Extra.
Why? Oh, this is horrible. This is absolutely horrible.
Oh my god.
Who took the time?
And I mean-
I have no idea.
and I mean,
but whoever it is.
They did very clean cuts and everything, so there is actually some effort put into it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed, this is an experience. Let's put it like this.
Yeah. So I'll get to the questions because I had it already pulled up on my phone.
Okay.
Oh, we have questions.
Oh, we have plenty
Yes.
of questions.
People
What?
asked them on the Discord, and we got some from last week that I'm going to sprinkle in too. So a good one to start with was from, come on, scroll up, my friend. Was from Arm Aided Republic. Was Ask Awkward. What hobbies or pastimes do you guys have? A good starting breaking ice one.
Huh, that's true. That's true.
Well, I guess besides drawing, my hobbies are playing video games obsessively and baking and cooking. I love to bake and cook, and that's a fun hobby that I get to eat everything after.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's mine. Very simple answer.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I, aside from voice acting, I also do play video games. But I also, I've played piano for, let's see, I'm 25 in October, so like 18, 19 years almost, something like that.
Huh.
Yeah, I play piano. I've gone to the I've gone to like this sort of like a piano bar type thing. It's downtown, but I go there from time to time and I just plunk around and I get tips. It's pretty nice.
Nice.
Neat. Screw you with your talent that you can make quick bucks on.
Folks really like it when I play Chopin.
You should play nothing but chopsticks.
Okay.
No,
I'll do that. I'll do that as a little bit, a little warm up thing for when I get there.
Learn how to play Wonderwall on piano and just keep playing
My fucking
until
God.
someone realizes.
Play Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
Oh.
What about you, Maxie Boy? Do you have any other hobbies besides video games?
Also, yes, series and movies. Like, I mean, most people just like watching this kind of stuff, but I mean, nearly everybody nowadays likes. But for me, it's really like, yeah, I'm absorbing. I love movies. I like shows, certain shows where I really go into and So that's definitely. I mean, look at my back wall there. Okay, this is not that represent. Okay, we have a little bit of Ladybug, MLP, Link. Okay, maybe my back wall is not that great of a point as a showcase. But yeah, then also I guess still, even though it is slower today with video production, like That Stupid is the one that's still left. I still like to think about those kind of arguments. So making arguments, I guess, is this a hobby? I don't know. This sounds
Debating.
weird.
Debating is debates are a hobby.
Yeah, but
Yeah, it can be a hobby.
I guess. So
I mean,
maybe.
if you can join a club in high school that has that as the topic, I count that as a hobby. It's normal for there to be a debate club. So
Fair enough. Yeah. Besides that,
Gotta be able to articulate your position, and
it's true.
sometimes you gotta have fun doing it. You know.
Mhm. But yeah, so
you gotta learn how to articulate past you suck.
But yeah, indeed, or kill yourself. Don't forget, kill yourself. Best, strongest argument ever. But
so
yeah,
we got a question. We got a question that was just submitted to us.
Oh boy,
what?
By Derek the Reformed Changeling. What is the worst video game you ever played? And I guess I can also add the caveat of the biggest disappointment that you ever had in gaming. Like you were really hyped for something and then it sucked.
Destiny 2.
Oh.
I mean,
I was one of those boys. I was like, oh my god, Gall. I was sucked in by the marketing, and I got Nathan Fillion. I got sucked in by the marketing, and I ended up getting like the collector's edition with like all the DLC and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be so great, and it wasn't. I thought they had learned. Yeah, so that's me too. I will say the music is probably the only redeeming quality of that game.
Oh boy.
Because I've used it so much in all of my D&D games lately. I have like the entire soundtrack on like a little folder in Roll20. So whenever I need like a certain song, I have like the extended versions of all of these songs from Destiny 2, and I can just and get it. So, other than that, that's sort of oof.
But yeah, I'm glad we changed it to most disappointing instead of worst, because worst I'm not sure. I mean, how it depends on how far down you dig. I mean, I spent a little bit of time on Newground and Congregate, so I played some really bad shit. But if
remember the
Oh,
I remember back when I was on Newgrounds years ago. They had like the quiz games for the hentai games.
Oh,
you know, it's from so long ago.
No, but
like, yeah.
But yeah, most disappointing one I actually can answer, which would be Defense Grid 2. Absolutely love Defense Grid. I believe to this day it might still be my most played game on Steam with like, I don't know, maybe 300 hours. I know some people have a lot more on their biggest game, but still, it's a tower defense game. I love Defense Grid 1. I played the hell out of it. I, this year, finally finished the last achievement, which was a bitch to get. So I have all the achievements in this game, so I ground my ass in it. And they made a part 2 at some point with a big Kickstarter, and I was like, more of it, and I pushed. I was like, shut up and take my money, and I started playing part 2, and I made this experience that a lot, not all, but there seems to be some kind of pattern which I still need to figure out. There is this thing where many, not all, but many indie titles who are successful and then produce a second part fail on their second part. I don't know why. They are not able to capture the spirit of their own first part, and I don't know what it is. And Defense Grid 2 was one of them.
Curse of the sequel.
But there are often games that actually are like, one has a few flaws, and then they figure their shit out, and their second part is their magnum opus, and it's like, wow, the second part is everything that has everything the first was great in, but better. With Defense Grid, it was like, yeah, graphics were more polished, they added new features, like you can build your towers higher and therefore advance them and whatnot, but I played like 2 or 3 missions, and I was like, I don't feel it. I don't see me sink 300 hours into this game, so
It lost the spark.
no, not the spark. I went back to the original after it, and I still was able to put a few more dozen hours into the original. The second one, I don't know. They didn't capture the spirit, and with all the new features, and they included generals with special ability and blah 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 blah. I don't know. It was just most disappointing game I ever played. Perfect segue back.
Yeah.
Also, well, Enigma has like endless stream of questions from last week and this week. Have you
I
picked
don't
the next
really
one?
like any of them, though.
I think at least one year is very interesting and also fitting for our guest. So Enigma asks, within the first 5 to 6 dates with a romantic interest, what would be the best timing for asking for the phone number, first kiss, and then suggesting or arranging sexual activities? I mean, I would say have the phone number even before the first date. How do you even arrange a date?
So you need the phone number first.
Yes.
First and foremost, you need that before you even go out on a date, before you go like romantic interest or anything.
I mean, maybe you can if you, for example, court a coworker, which brings another badge of issues, or maybe you are still in college and it's a co-student, so you literally sit in the same room and you are like, hey, want to go out for a beer? And then you have a date right off your previous shared activity, but
yeah.
I mean, at work I would not recommend it, but with a co-student or something I could actually see it work, but outside of that, you need the phone number first, like to be like, hey, I'm at the meeting point now, are you here? Or texting at least, so yeah, this one was easy.
Yeah, the other things are like with first kiss, sexual activities and stuff, it's like some people move faster and some people move slower. You should really just kind of take it naturally.
It depends on the person.
Yes.
It depends on the person. There's not really a formula for that.
No.
No equation.
I mean,
I remember back when I was in high school. Usually on like the first date, you might like give them a kiss on the cheek when you drop them off at the house or something. I don't know. It depends on the person.
Yeah, very much.
I mean, like maybe second or third date, might bring it up if second or third date, bring it up only if they bring it up, like when it comes to like the sexual stuff.
But if
they bring it up,
but if they think the same,
the thing is you don't want to make yourself you don't want to make yourself appear like, oh, I only want this person for
only
sex,
want you for meat.
I mean, maybe to give it like, because if both think the same way and both have the same insecurities, you get nowhere. But with the first kiss, one as Key and Wuten both said, yes, it's a very case to case thing. There is no formula. There is no best time for it. The thing would probably be, first of all, when you feel that you are ready, but also when you get signals. I mean, the thing is, you should read signals. And you should also be sure that you read signals correctly.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, silly enough, I believe I actually had the case with a ex-girlfriend of mine. We actually... I believe it was the first date. Yeah, it was actually the first date. We were at the bus stop. She was about to drop me off for the bus because she was living in the city around the corner, and I was, she needed to go the other direction, one of those two, but we are both not mobile ourselves, and we had to take the bus. And we were waiting at the bus stop, and I believe we got a bit closer at the bus stop. Before the date, the fun thing is that before that, the date was actually not very great. It was very stale, very nothing happened. Then we were standing there and kind of got closer while waiting and holding it up, and I was like, I would really like to kiss you right now. And she replied like, yeah, me too. And then we kissed. So like,
it just depends on the two people involved.
If nothing else, if you are not sure, ask like explicitly. You don't ask in a I would really like to kiss you. No, if you feel the mood is right, because you are already getting closer. She is not turning away from you, but turning into you. Those kind of signals.
The worst thing she could do is saying no.
Yeah. But if you do the staring in the eyes thing, and you're already at this point, and you are still not sure, then just be like, I would really like to kiss you. No, maybe even so that you don't get a what's it called? A boot to the head. No.
Rejected?
Yes, that you don't get a rejection. Instead of asking, maybe make it really like I would really like to kiss you now. Like making just as an expression. So if she says nothing, then nothing happens. You're not even asking, and she can deny it. You're just saying like, hey, I would really like to kiss you now, which is a beautiful compliment, by the way.
Yeah. I mean, there you go.
And she is not in the, or he or they are not in the position where they need to say yes or no. Exactly.
Yeah.
They have an easier, less awkward way out.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and obviously, if you go further than kissing, basically the same rules apply. You need to be
consent.
Yes,
everything's good.
And once again,
okay. Three things: signals, consent, and communication. Three most important things.
It's true. I mean, I believe I never had on the first. I mean, I had one night stand, so you basically have to have sex on the first date. Yeah. Because otherwise it's not happen. There's nothing happening otherwise.
That's a separate thing.
This is a completely separate thing, which, by the way, is not even close to as great as you imagine it to be. It's actually pretty. Yeah, I had sex with a stranger, it was okay, but it's more fun with somebody you actually know. And have time to get to know, which once again, so don't jump into it. Once again, you have to develop you have to be ready. You have the concrete feeling that the other one is ready, and if it takes weeks or months, then I mean, you also probably need to be on the same level with speed. If you are too far apart, you will probably not be happy, because one of them, then one gets pushy, the other one maybe gives in out of giving in because the first one is too pushy, and this doesn't lead to happy fun times. So yeah.
I mean, just to give context, I've had two widely different experiences. The one time I kind of dated someone that was local to me, back in high school. The most we did was hold hands.
But that's already
because I was just kind of like, I don't know if I like you.
Holding hands is already too lewd.
I was just.
How scandalous!
It was just kind of like, I don't know if I like you. I don't know if it's only because, well, you're the first person to actually give me attention in the way that other guys didn't, because other guys thought I was gay because I didn't go up and try to hop on their jock as soon as seeing them, you know?
Not even the quarterback?
Not even the quarterback.
Oh my God.
But like, you know, this guy, I think this attributes to this was the same guy that I threw up at the dance we went to, and he never talked to me again. I think it was also a mix of that, because he was, like, the entire ride there, he was trying to put, like, his hand on my thigh and stuff, and I was just, like, I feel really uncomfortable. You're not asking to do this stuff, and I think I'm giving perfect enough signals to be like, stop, no. Like, I kept moving away, and I had my space and stuff. Meanwhile, like, the first time that I kissed someone and the first time that I felt open to being intimate with someone, I had to know them for months, and I had to, and it was like, it's a thing of knowing that and feeling like, hey, I feel safe around you for these actions that you just don't go up to a random person on the street and be like, smooch. It's like, so it's that kind of thing. And for some people it takes quicker, some people it takes longer. There's no formula like 5 to 6 dates, okay, but it's generally a thing of see how the waters tread. There's no current is always the same all the time.
Yeah.
But now for a fun question. I kind of want to mix these two questions together because they would make the most epic question. So this is going to be a collab between RNG and our local Squeak Lord, Nightfall. Because RNG asked, if you could obtain one equipment from a video game, what would it be? And then Squeak Lord asked, what type of weapon would fit you for combat? So, what weapon from a video game would fit you if you had to fight with something? If you were able to pull out a weapon from any video game to use for fighting, what would fit you the most?
Gravity gun from Half-Life. No.
Does it have to be a gun, or can it be a power?
It says weapon.
Power, let's expand it to power.
Equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And I would count that as like anything that drops in Smash Brothers. So the mushroom from Mario counts, like power-ups and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want to have mushrooms.
Huh.
You're a dork.
I wanna have the Force. Like
it's in video games now, so
you played the Force Unleashed, like from Star Wars. Like, holy shit, bro. That's fucking badass as hell.
I just want to say this, Wuten, though. I'm just imagining, like, the one for Xbox Connect that had the really bad, like, motion controls to make you feel like you had the Force. So I'm imagining you having the Force and you're trying to pick up the lightsaber and it keeps falling over to stop responding. It's like, wait, hold on.
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Hey, there we go.
Hey. What? Speaking of Star Wars and video games, have y'all seen Beat Saber?
Nope.
No.
Okay, so I'm sure you've played DDR before, right?
Dance Dance Revolution, yeah.
Yeah,
Dance Revolution.
Yeah.
So it's a rhythm game, but it's VR, and it's lightsabers.
Oh.
It's fucking insane. I love it. Holy shit, man. There was a guy that was doing Through the Fire and Flames, and it was insane, bruh. Beat Saber. I'm gonna. This will be for after the show, post show. But
Nice.
I'll link this in both. Yeah, I'll link this in both Twitch and Skype chat. But oh my god.
What about you, Max? If you had to pick equipment from video games for your combat,
I mean,
we're going to war. What video game things do you pick?
I mean, since we apparently can also go bigger thanks to Wuten taking the Force, mean, for all of you out there, all you old kids who are still familiar with Populous 3, or was it just called Populous? I don't know. But where you play this shaman woman who is bringing her blue tribe to power. So basically with the snap of a finger she can raise land, lower land, create volcanoes, create tornadoes, summon dragons to eat their enemies. That's pretty awesome.
That's pretty good.
So you want the ability to terraform?
Basically, yeah.
Hey,
I can also create swarms to kill my enemies.
That's pretty good.
That's what swarms do. No, but if I go more for a weapon-esque thing, I don't know. Don't I have on my channel here this weapon rack that Gray draw for me?
You have the fire flower from Mario.
Oh yeah, that's also on there. Here's the fun thing. This actually goes back to since it's probably not the best weapon to go into combat with, but a weapon I had a fascination with for decades at this point, I would say. For all you old, another one for the old. Why do all my things revolve around being old? Secret of Mana, also known as Seiken Densetsu 3 or whatever the Japanese title is. The one that just got a remake. Even the young folks know it now. The one that just got a remake, which is out now or not, I'm not sure. So you had those characters who came with their basic weapons like sword, an axe and whip, whatever. But the basic weapon for one of the characters was claws. And in the game, you actually don't even see the claws. They basically, instead of swinging a sword, you just see them punch people and do martial arts and stuff. Pixelated martial arts, I should say.
You want claws.
Claws, they are like, but maybe also as a reference, like with Wolverine, but as a kind of glove you put on. That you have the claws like on top of it.
Okay, see, the thing is, I was thinking that you had like Mr. Crab big
No.
claws.
No. It's basically like the ones from Wolverine that can come out, but no, instead of a glove thingy, you put a glove. But with like knives on top, basically, that you can go on. If you think too much about it, it's actually a very bloody and dangerous weapon because you are as melee as it gets. And yeah, you slice and dice your enemy, so it's also a pretty gory and messy thing. But for some reason, they kind of had a fascination for me. So
you just want to be Edward Scissorhands, essentially.
He can't take them off. So that's a big thing of his character. Also, he has like claws like. Sorry. Did you tell us yours yet, Key?
No, you've skipped over me for like the past 2 questions.
Wait, you didn't. Wait,
I didn't answer my most disappointing game either. You just moved on.
Oh, then please answer both questions.
Most disappointing game was Honeycam Studio because that game was just awful.
But,
How do you make a cookie clicker not fun?
And from the makers of Honey Pop is, with all its political incorrectness, all its chauvinism, everything, it's so fun. You have so much.
All the tits.
Yes. The love. You see that was love poured into this game. A lot of tongue-in-cheek, a lot of really messed up shit, but it was done with passion and love. And then there was Honeycam Studios, this disgraceful piece of shit.
Honeycam Studio is a piece of shit. Anyway, I have 2 ideas for what weapon I would pick. Both come from Smash Brothers.
God.
Yeah. First one, I want the fucking Mario hammer that when you grab it, you go do. Because when you play that game and you have that in your hand, you become the scary. You could be fucking Jigglypuff, but once you're holding that thing, you're fucking Kratos. Kratos coming from a dark alley. And it's just like, I would definitely have that. Especially if it still comes with the side ability of when you hit someone, they go farther than you could see and essentially blow up. And here's my second one. But here's the thing about it that I'm not exactly sure about. The Smash Ball, the thing that started in Brawl where you get like the super big power up.
Mm-hmm.
If you break it and you get it. But I've played that game enough to know that not everyone has a really good Smash move. I don't know what my Smash move would be, but I have the fear that it would be the most pathetic, not good thing. And it would be like, say we're fighting this monster and you have the force, you have claws, and I'm like, hold on guys, I have the Smash Ball, throw it on the ground and I'm glowing all rainbow like, yes,
Don't worry,
yes.
don't worry. I have the power for you. You will get, okay. Have you seen Naruto Shippuden?
No.
I've seen a little bit of it.
Okay, Sai? The arty boy? Art boy?
Oh! Yeah. The one who loses both arms, right?
You'll make a...
Doesn't he lose both arms very early on because he fights Gara?
No. No.
Son.
No.
Oh no, he was Clay. He was Clay. He was Clay.
That was the Clay guy. That was Data. That was Data.
Sorry.
I remember that.
Sorry.
Sai was the guy who joined up with Sakura and Naruto, and he does like the painting stuff.
Oh wait,
He's the painting guy.
The
He's the
suspicious
painting
guy. Yeah, where something is off with him. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah,
now I'm there.
He's like, so, Key, your super, your smash, is going to be like, you pull out like a sketchbook or a canvas or something. You draw on it something like really, really destructive, like a tank or some shit. And then the tank comes to life, or whatever it is comes to life and attacks.
Nice.
That
I draw bear with guns.
There you go. Bear with guns.
Okay, you know what?
And then you write it,
Smash
and then
so
you
much
write
better.
it, and then you write it into battle. Bear cavalry.
Wait, did they ever make a Death Note video game? Because if that's the case,
I don't think
it
so.
just,
No.
They made a Death Note musical, but not a Death Note video game. Because then I would be like, can I get the Death Note from the Death Note video game?
I mean, it's closer to weapons than the Force because it's an actual item.
It's true.
But would you trade half your life force for the Shinigami eyes? Because if you don't know the names of your enemies you face in battlefield, you literally can't do anything.
Ugly fuck right in front of me.
I'm not sure the Death Note works this way. You need to know their name.
The thing is, it wouldn't work. The guy would just have his feelings really, really hurt, being like,
Oh, she called me an ugly fuck. And my mom always said, Hans-Jürgen, you're a good boy. Haha, Hans-Jürgen!
yeah, there we go. That's how it works. Let's see what else we got here. Denim, to go with the worst thing that we talked about earlier, Denim asks, what's the worst movie we've ever seen? Have you ever seen a movie called Love on a Leash?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, we need
You
to
talked
watch
about it last week.
When I get back, we gotta schedule a time to watch the movie together because you need to fuck that movie.
This intrigues me. Is it like a BDSM type movie, or is it dogs in love?
It's the dog.
God fucking.
No, it's not dogs in love. There is a dog, and the dog is in love with someone, but it's not with another dog.
God damn it.
I've been showing people the Love on the Leash for the past 2 days.
All right, then.
We can still drop you the link after the show.
So, have either of you actually seen Birdemic Shock and Terror?
No, I only watched the reviews of it.
It's so,
I've seen Birdemic Shock and Terror.
It's so bad. It's so bad. The review it is the worst movie. And the reviews they make you want to watch it. Don't watch it. It's really, really bad.
It's not that bad enough.
It's not bad enough to the point where it turns around and becomes hilariously good. It's bad, and it's bad. So, yeah.
Just to give context about Love on a Leash, though, the full movie is on YouTube, by the way, guys.
Oh my god.
Chris, I gave the phone to Chris playing the full movie, and I was like, watch this. The first 2 minutes have no audio, and he's just like, he was like, what? I'm only 2 minutes into this movie, and I have 20 things that I could say is wrong with it. So now Chris has said, I now have to make a review of this. So Aficionados Chris is, because of me introducing this wonderful thing into his life, now has to review Love on a Leash. Nice. But what about you, Max? What's the worst movie you've ever seen?
I watched a lot of trash in my days. The problem is you can always only go with what comes to mind, and so I probably have to. It's actually not the worst movie, but a movie that drove me nuts, which was King of No, was it King of Egypt? No, Prince of Egypt is a good one, but the bad one is
the live action one, King of Egypt.
No.
Oh wait, Joseph, King of Dreams.
We were talking about the animated movie by.
Yes, the spiritual prequel to Prince of Egypt is Joseph, King of Dreams.
Yeah.
I
What?
love watching that movie around him because he hates it.
Yes, because I am there are a lot of. It's not that bad. The animation is good. I mean,
The animation is not good.
Sorry, the animation is better than Steven Universe. Let's face it.
I'm not saying it's better than Steven Universe. I'm just saying after like the first 20 minutes, the animation gets progressively worse and worse as each scene goes by.
No, but
is Steven Universe a good bar for animation though?
No, but I just wanted to say the anime. Oh, fair enough. Okay, so the animation is not complete crap. It's maybe not as stellar as many other animated features, but. And I mean, you cannot really criticize the overall plot because, I mean, you can. I mean, many stories in the Bible are bullshit, but you cannot really blame the movie for a bad source material. However, what you can blame the movie for is exaggerating what's bad about the original story and make it even more mind-blowing. Like, the entire aspect of how shit Joseph's parents are. They are so shit to all their other children. They are in front of all their 11 sons. They are like, you so special boy, you are the one. And they turn away from all their other children and are like, yeah, fuck you guys. We have this one child we are now super happy about.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and it was a very aggravating watch in general.
I don't know, man.
It's not the worst one, but it's the one that comes to mind for me.
Man, you could have picked something so much better. The thing that you've picked a movie that's just only meh. I don't know, man.
You could pick Norm of the North.
Ooh.
Have you ever seen that?
No, but I have a person who rooms with me at convention. He has been pushing for me to watch this movie, and each time I have refused.
So
because it's shit.
But Wuten, if he keeps pushing it on you, how does this make you feel?
Not gonna lie, a little lewd, but
And now I feel awkward.
Awkward?
A and Y and Key say hi to the people in the chat. The meme has seen on this live stream and talk about random crap. It's time for AWKWARDCast. Random guests and funny gags is the AWKWARDCast. Artists and analysis. You do not want to miss the AWKWARDCast.